guys, it's Emily, and it is the start of another week, so that means it's the start of another reading vlog. I am trying to get back into weekly reading vlogs. As for my TBR this week, Contemporary-thon last week didn't really go as planned. I finished one book, manga, but I did make progress on the two books I was reading during Contemporary-thon, so currently I'm going to continue on with those. I have Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi and The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I am excited to read both of these. I'm currently on page 140 of Emergency Contact. My goal is to finish this today just because, first of all, it's family day, so I have the day off and I have time to do some reading. And second of all, I need to return this book as it's already overdue, so I need to just finish it because I'm too invested to return it now. And then I have The Bride Test by Helen Huang, which I'm currently on page 205, so I would like to make some progress, hopefully finish this today, maybe even two, just because I only have like 100 pages, like less than 100 pages left, and I'm listening to the audiobook currently, so I think my main priority is Emergency Contact, and then after The Bride Test, so that's the goals for now. I will tell you more of my TBR as we go on throughout this week, depending on what I get through. A floss thing. I don't know how that got there. It is like 10 p.m. now? Almost. It's 9:36 currently, so getting close to 10 p.m. I have read more of Emergency Contact. I'm really enjoying it, which I'm so happy about. I was really worried I wasn't gonna like it just because I've heard other people didn't like it. I'm really glad though. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's just kind of a me kind of book, as like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I really like books about especially like online friendships, or like friendships that develop over online. Like, even though the two characters do know each other personally, like most of their relationship has been built on how they're speaking to each other online, which I really like. Another book that I think like does this super well is Cinder and Ella by Kelly Oram. So in that one they didn't meet each other till like closer to the end of the book, but I really love books that have that aspect, and this book does. I like online relationship stuff, or like even like take P.S. I Like You, which I gave 4 stars, and it's like not my favorite book ever, but I just still like enjoy it because that book has like a relationship where they're pen pals and stuff like that, but they don't know who the other person is. I don't know, I just like the little writing to each other relationships. Like, I don't know, I seem to like that in books. That's just a new thing I've discovered about myself. I really am enjoying the relationship between the two characters. I'm still like not sure if I'm gonna give this a 4-star or 5-star yet. I don't know yet. I think I still have to read quite a bit more. I'm on page 232. I've been trying to read it as much as I could today, but there was just like stuff going on today that I just could not. So far, I'm enjoying this book. I'm planning on continuing on with it more tonight, and hopefully just making my progress through it, and hopefully I can finish it tomorrow is the goal. I also have the Bride Test audiobook, which I haven't really been in the mood for because I just want to read Emergency Contact. So I need to get back into that because I was really enjoying it, and I still think I'm going to give it 5 stars. I just like randomly stopped. I don't know why. I'm going to try to get back into that tomorrow. I have some spares and support blocks and times where I can be working, so I'll be listening to the audiobook while I am doing homework and classwork and stuff like that. So it's after school. It's Tuesday. It is like almost 5 p.m. I'm about to head to voice lessons, but I thought I'd give you guys an update. I listened to my audiobook of The Bride Test by Helen Huang during my support today, so I made quite a bit through. I'm 87% of the way through, so I'm on page 259 right now. So far, I mean, like, I'm almost done, but I'm still trying to figure out what I want to rate this book. I think I'm still going to wait till I finish it to kind of get my final rating. I might sit on it a little bit. I think it might be because it took me like a week to read this that like I feel like I wasn't enjoying it as much towards the end. I feel like when books take me long, I just don't enjoy them as much. I don't know, is that a weird thing? So I'm going to think about it, kind of just to see if I want to give it a 4.5 or a 5-star. I really did enjoy it, and I feel like anything that like I had issues with, I can't really fault the book for. I don't know if that makes any sense. I think like I really enjoyed this book. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just I think it was like a step out of my comfort zone, but I really liked it. I think I want to give this a 5-star. 4.5. I'm so picky when it comes to 5 stars. I feel like this is going to be a 5-star. I think I should give it a 5-star, but like I'm so picky that like I haven't been giving books 5 stars lately. Like Take a Bow, for example, by Elizabeth Hewberg. I gave it a 4.5 originally, but then I upped it to a 5-star because I consider it one of my favorite books. I'm like, okay, looking back in this book, I really enjoyed it. It was so amazing. Like, looking back, like, I have, like, the fondest memories, and I thought about it, like, all the time after I read it. Like, I constantly think about that book. So, I mean, like, in books I've read recently, that's probably my favorite. I really like this one, too, so I think I'm gonna give it a 5. Probably a 5. Should give it a 5. Emergency Contact, again, I don't know yet. It's kind of between a 4.5 and a 5 at the moment. I don't quite know yet. I feel like it's gonna be a 5-star. I think I want some still more development in the relationship. I've made some progress, I think. I don't know if it's a lot, but I'm on to page 242 now. I read it a bit today at school, but not a lot. I'm planning on hopefully finishing it tonight. That would be the goal. I'm trying to hopefully finish both these tonight. I think I can get the bride test done because I'm really into it again. And then Emergency Contact. I'd just like to track my way through. I have not a lot to do tonight. Other than that, I have a pretty chill night ahead of me. I don't think I'm going to get any reading done tomorrow or Thursday. Probably won't happen because I'm tired. I have to go for voice lessons now. We haven't done a Teddy in this vlog yet. All my dogs are in my room right now, but Teddy's the one that's over here, so we're gonna say hi to Teddy. Hello. Hello. I have finished The Bride Test by Helen Huang. I loved it. I haven't rated it yet on Goodreads, but I'm about to give it 5 stars. I love this book. This is my first 5-star read of 2020, my first 5-star read, which is so exciting. I've gotten like some 4.5s, and like, I mean, Take a Bow I read technically in 2019. So, but I read like a lot of pretty good books in January, but like, this was incredible. I adored it. I loved the characters. I loved them together. I loved Kai as a character. I really felt like that he was fleshed out so well, and just like, I mean, like, it's like all the reveals and stuff of like things that kind of like helped you like get to know him better. I felt like that was all really done well. Same with Esme. I felt like all the characters were just like so written so well. I felt the characters, like, it just like everything made sense. Like, nothing was like, oh, well, this doesn't make sense, and just like, I don't know, like, I loved it so much. It was so cute. I really adored it. I'm interested in the 3rd book because it's about Juan, because he was just such a fun character, and I'm so excited to see like more of him. I am debating picking up the Kiss Quotient. I'm not 100% sure on it, but I am interested in it just because I really love this book. I kind of want to see what more of what Helen Huang has written, so that's mostly what I have to say. I just really love this book. I really enjoyed it. It took me like a week to read, but like, that's okay because I loved it in the end. I'm glad that my love for it came back and like didn't just suffer because I stopped reading it. I do have the audiobook for Red, White, and Royal Blue, so that will probably be the next audiobook I pick up. So I'm gonna go do some stuff, and then I'm gonna pick up Emergency Contact again. I have read like a couple pages of Emergency Contact. I don't think I've really read anything. Last debut. I'm on 246 currently. I would like to make some more progress with this. I picked up a couple audiobooks today, and I was kind of just, I don't know how I feel about any of them. None of them has really grabbed my attention. I picked up Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I picked up Red, White, and Royal Blue by Katie McQuiston, I think. And then I picked up A Worthy Pursuit by Kara Whittemire. Something about messy things, love, something like that. It has something to do with like an online friendship, so like, picked that one up. Because I seem to like that, online friendships. I feel like there was another book, but I can't remember what it was. When Dibble Met Rishi, did I mention that one? I picked up quite a few, and I was kind of just felt meh about them all. I don't know, maybe I'll try a chapter with them all, like listen to audiobook style. I'm gonna read this. I'm tired. It's once again that time of the video where I showcase my dogs. Teddy, I brought him upstairs. He didn't volunteer. I just brought him in here because he's adorable. Look at his little face. Hi. He just hi. Oh, he doesn't like that. As for reading, I was reading for a bit, and then I headed off to youth group. I wasn't sure if I was gonna go or not, but I decided to go. But I made some progress I'm on page 301 now. I have like 90 pages left, which is exciting. I'm enjoying it. I think I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 or a 4. Probably 4.5. I really did enjoy it, but there was a conflict in here, and I didn't see the purpose or the need for it. It was just like, the characters kind of just like stopped talking to each other. Not for really much of a reason, just besides the fact that they just weren't contacting each other, but like, then Penny, the main character, just got like mad about it, because he said she'd call her, and then he didn't call her, but he had reasons for that. And then she was just like mad at him, and she's just like, oh, I'm gonna go get drunk, and oh, I'm gonna go flirt with this other guy who like she wasn't interested in at all, and now he's like kind of disappeared from the storyline. Now they're talking again, and it's just like nothing happened. But I just feel like there wasn't a need for that. I feel like I'm just not enjoying it as much as I would a 5-star, maybe just because I read the bride test, and that was a 5-star, and that was just incredible. I am enjoying it, which I'm so glad. I was so glad I'm enjoying this book. Enjoying this. I'd also really like to get to My Hero Academia, because I have to return that soon here. So I'd like to get to that manga soon, but not tonight. But I have a headache currently, so I'm going to head to bed, and I have early morning band once again. I don't think I'll read a lot tomorrow. The only time I have reading would be in school hours, but I need to work during in school hours, so probably won't happen. Say hi to the camera. Hello. He's saying hi. Okay, so it's Thursday. I've been home from school for an hour now. I did do some reading today. I read a bit of, I was listening to audiobooks. I'm trying to find a new audiobook because I finished the bride test. So I picked up Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. I think I'm on chapter 3. I put it down because I'm not in the mood for Glass Sword at all. I'm not in the mood for a fantasy. So I've just been in a contemporary mood, and I think because I forced myself to read some stuff recently that I'm just not in the mood to read stuff that I want to I want to get to this, but just not now. I'm gonna try to read some more contemporaries to see if I can also get sick of contemporaries to the point where I'm I want to pick up a fantasy. I don't even know what mood I'm in. I've been trying so many other things, and it's just not working. I then listened to A Worthy Pursuit by Karen Whittemire, and I was well, I love Karen Whittemire. She's one of my favorite authors. Definitely my favorite Christian historical fiction author, though I haven't read many from different authors or anything. She's one of my faves, and just one of my favorite authors in general. I've given all her books 4 or 5 stars, and I've usually decently quite enjoyed them. However, that's not happening with this one. This is I think one of her earlier books. It came out 5 years ago, and it's not good, which is disappointing. The book's just boring. I'm on chapter 7 right now. I don't know how much of the way I am through it, but I'm on chapter 7, and I'm really disappointed, honestly, because it was Karen Whittemire, so I just kind of expected to like it, and I just don't care. I don't know if I'm just falling back into a reading slump, and that's just why I don't care. I listened to it today mostly while I was working, because I didn't want to keep switching up audiobooks. The characters are, don't have a personality. I wouldn't even say they're just one-dimensional. They just don't have a personality, and I don't, we'll probably hopefully see more of it, but they don't have a personality right now. I feel the main character, she's was a teacher, and so she kind of has that love for kids, but that's it. And then the guy, he's just somewhat brooding, not necessarily brooding, I would say, but he's a cop or a detective, and he's investigating what's going on. It's just nothing's happening. And the characters also have no chemistry with each other either. I don't really care for the ship just because I also just don't care for the characters. Usually when a love interest in Karen Whittemire books, or in any book mostly, I'm especially Karen Whittemire, I'm kind of ooh, swoon, this is the love interest, they're cute. But this book, I don't care, which is really disappointing because I love Karen Whittemire books. I don't like it, sadly. I haven't decided if I'm going to DNF it. Probably not. I'm probably going to finish it just because it's Karen Whittemire, so I'm probably going to try to give it more of a chance. It's not really holding my attention, so I'm kind of just going to listen to it periodically. And then I did read a bit of Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. I'm on, why do I have my flipping close at the beginning? I'm on page 305, so I haven't really made a lot of progress. I picked it up and then I just wasn't in the mood. So I have a bit of time before youth group, so maybe I will pick it up before then. Alright, so it's 11 a.m. right now. I have now finished Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi, so I can return it to the library. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars, but I'm going to sit on the rating just because, knowing me, I'm pretty indecisive when it comes to 5 stars. I think the bride test has been the only, blatantly obvious 5-star for me, but I'm very, very picky when it comes to 5 stars. For example, I think I mentioned this before, but Take a Bow, I originally gave it 4.5, but then changed it to a 5. So we're just going to sit on this for a couple of weeks and see. I might change my rating to a 5-star. I really enjoyed the relationship. I thought that was really cute. I really loved them together. I loved the development of the relationship. It was a slow burn, so I love my little slow burns where it takes the whole book to develop, but sometimes I don't mind when they get together in the middle, but this book, it just They developed the characters super well. I kind of describe this as like a slice of life kind of book, as like I don't feel like it's for everyone. Not necessarily a lot happens, I feel like, but I was okay with that. I really just liked seeing the characters just living their day-to-day lives, and that we got to know them outside of the, like, just like their relationship. We got to know them and what they were going through and what their life was like outside of that. And so there's not like mind-blowing plot twists or a bunch of drama. There's a bit of drama, but it's not like it's more slice of life. Not a lot happens, which is like I think is one reason probably a lot of people don't like this book. I'm glad I was right and like I have different opinions than other people did about this book. Some people were saying that like the characters weren't written as teenagers. The main character, like both the characters are technically adults to me. I mean, like in my mind, like 18's an adult, at least in Canada. I'm pretty sure it is. You can vote. I don't know about the States, so but like the love interest is older than the main character by a few years. So like he's not a teenager, so like when they're like, oh, he's not written like a teenager, I'm like, well, he's not supposed to be. And like, I mean, the main character was in college. She's 18 though, but she was in college, so she is more like a teenager, so she's my age. I didn't think she was written unrealistically, to be honest. I really liked things, how they were resolved. I found the whole, like, I just like her, like, with her mom and how that got resolved. Sam was getting closure with his mom, which I found interesting, and I don't know. I really enjoyed this book. I found the first kiss was also adorable. I really liked it. I really liked the scene. It made me happy. And then the end, I wish there was one more chapter, to be honest. I feel like one last chapter would just been like the bow on top of it all. I kind of wish there was one. I'd also found that this book was like the perfect mix of light and fluffy and hard-hitting at the same time. The characters go through dark things or talk about like really dark things from their past, so I would say, trigger warning for like mentions of rape. Other than that, there is kind of just like family stuff. I found that it was really good like with mixing like both the light, fluffy, cute moments, but also it being like having some sadder times. I found like that mixed really well perfectly. So I feel like it's in the middle of like it's not, I wouldn't say it's hard hitting, but I wouldn't say it's like the most light, fluffy thing ever either. It's kind of just like the perfect middle to that, where it has like the perfect mix just for me. As I've said, I don't like hard-hitting contemporary, but like I didn't mind when like this book went to delve into like sad things and the characters were sad. Like I didn't mind it. I enjoyed hearing about, I don't know how to say enjoyed, but like, you know, like I just found that the backstory was good and just the way it was written, I think it was just really good. Overall, this book is really good. I really liked it. It's not for everyone. I wouldn't just like recommend this thing to everyone because I realize it's not that kind of book, but I enjoyed it, and if you enjoy slice of life kind of things, or you're okay with that, just kind of be aware of that going into it. I don't know how many books ahead of schedule I am. I said if I get to 10 books ahead of schedule, I'm changing my reading goal to 100 books because I'm doing well. I think I'm getting close to passing how many books I actually read last year. Today, I've stayed home from school because I needed a mental health day, and I'm having a bit of a sore throat, so that's no fun. So I'm going to eat now, and then I'm going to pick up The Language of Cherries by Jen Marie something, and hopefully finish that today. I would like to read the whole thing today, just because I need to get it done. That's the plan for now. It is currently 8:04 p.m., and I did some reading, I guess. I picked up The Language of Cherries by Jen Marie Hawkins. I'm on chapter 4 currently, so I'm 8% of the way through it. I haven't read too much today, as I decided today I'm going to reinstall Sims because I have a new computer, which I got recently. I have Windows 10 now, so that's exciting. So I've been trying to install Sims, but Sims 2 specifically, for those of you who don't know, Sims 2 is my favorite of the Sims games. Sims 3 is mostly installed, Sims 4 is completely installed, and Sims 2 is the one that I'm currently working on. I had a lot of issues. There's some issues with Sims 2 and Windows 10, I guess, but I figured it out. It seems to be working just fine now, hallelujah. So there was some weird thing. Currently, it seems to be working, so I have some iced tea, and I'm going to go jump back into The Language of Cherries. So it's now Monday. I didn't update you guys over the past 2 days because I honestly wasn't reading. I was playing Sims because I finally got that to work on my computer. So I was just kind of getting back into that and playing that, which was making me happy, and I just didn't really feel like, you know, reading. And like, I've done quite a lot of reading this year. I'm 8 books ahead of my reading challenge, so I'm not really concerned. I'm going to wrap up what I read this week. I finished 2 books. I finished The Brideess by Helen Wong, which I gave 5 stars. I think I've talked about this in a past vlog, but just to recap on what this one is about, it's basically about this girl named Esme and this guy named Kai, and Kai is autistic and has Asperger's, and his mom's kind of concerned, and she just wants him to find love. So while she's in Vietnam, she meets this maid and says, hey, can you like go try to seduce my son, or like try to get him to marry you? And she decides to go to America to kind of get him into her, and like there's like a forced living situation, kind of arranged marriage in a sense. I really liked this one. I gave it 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. It made me happy, gave me all the feels. I loved it, and it was very good. The other book I read I don't have, but I'll put it up on the screen somewhere. But that was Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. This book is about this girl and this guy, and the girl is trying to become a screenwriter, so she's taking classes at university, and the guy wants to become a filmmaker, but he is currently living at the coffee shop that he works at, and he doesn't have the money to go to university, but he wants to make documentaries, and so the two end up meeting, and then they kind of miss each other again, and that's when they decide to exchange numbers, and they kind of have this like back and forth, and like they kind of just become like, you know, like friends over text, and then like kind of like seeing how that applies to the real world, and it was really good. It was really cute. I gave it a 4.5. I have thought about this for a couple of days. I think that's what it's going to stay as. Hopefully it should probably stay as a 4.5. My rating hasn't really changed. My feelings haven't really changed since then. But anyways, I will see you guys soon in another reading vlog, so I'll talk to y'all soon. Goodbye!